excited.
Yeah, we are finally here.
Yeah, welcome to our channel.
Yeah.
This is Rachel.
And I'm Tebi 𝐒𝐧𝐤𝐬.
And welcome to Conversations on the Couch.
Yeah.
Finally, we did it.
Yeah.
Our very first episode.
Yeah.
And
we are so excited
we are
about it.
very excited about the journey, very excited about where this will take us, and very excited for our new family that we'll be growing with.
Yeah.
Did I say my name?
Oh yeah, you said your name already, Rachel.
I'm a business analyst by profession.
Yes, I'm a financial crime investigator.
But we also run an online business.
And we're also a mom as well.
Yeah, we are busy moms. Yeah. And it's because of our business that has allowed us time freedom to be able to do to share, to be able to pursue our passions, which is sharing, and that's what brings us here today. So for today we thought let's explore parenthood, because obviously as parents, kids,
it's just our everyday life. It's just
part and parcel of what we do. So what makes us better parents? Like, how do you become a better parent amidst working, amidst being married, even if you're not married really, amidst being a career person? What makes one a better parent?
Oh well, for me, there is a lot of things that can make one a better parent, but one of it is that you're not labeling your child.
Yeah, it's very, very important.
Because it's easy for us to label our child because, maybe when you have two different children, they have different personalities. There is one that, their weakness, because we are their mom, we know their weaknesses and their strengths. So in a situation whereby you don't want to label your child, especially when it's in the negative form, like, you are too stubborn. We do that a lot in Africa.
And I think also the words that we tend to use, saying, I have a very wild child. I mean, that, and when that child grows up to be wild, then you're like,
after all, you are the one that labeled him to be a wild child. I remember when I first got to this country, my son is a very, very hyper boy.
Energetic, you would say energetic.
Yeah, I would say hyper. And people will be like, no, your son is too hyper. He's too hyper. I said, no, don't call him hyper. It's just fine. He's just doing his thing. And now the boy is even very cool now, And people are like, is that not that? Like,
so I think the choice of the words.
You're not labeling them. The choice of the word.
You're putting them in a certain container.
Exactly.
And then when they live to that expectation, that becomes a problem.
You labeling them might even cause like you differentiating them from their siblings. Which I don't think is fair on them, because at times we parents like to take preference. Like, yes, you are the one that helps me the most, because you get that from your children. You see the one that is mommy's little helper. He's always there to help.
That doesn't make the other one any less. And I think for me, the other key thing for me is trusting your gut as a parent. There is lots of information going on. There is lots of things going on. But if you feel it within you that something is not right,
you should know.
You should always check it out. If your child comes to you and tells you, mommy, this and this, don't be quick to brush
Rachel,
them off.
I normally do something. I always tell any mom or dad that cares to listen, any parent, I say, I don't let anything slide. Maybe I'm driving my kids and I heard something from them. Immediately, if I need to correct them, I correct them immediately. Don't say, okay, maybe. In fact, at times when I'm on the phone,
don't brush it off.
No,
I think
shut them there and correct
someone out there might have heard, this is science. I'm not really keen. I've not had so much about it, but they say that back in the day when we were apes and primates, we had two guts. Apparently one was in the stomach and
inner guts.
So your inner gut, so it's probably true. So probably you've heard of it, or you can relate with it, but always trust your gut.
I think with that guts thing too, with our kids, at times you get information from friends, you get information from teacher. Like we said earlier, people tagging your children. Like, oh, your child is too stubborn. What with your inner gut, you better.
You as a parent, how do you feel?
Immediately, you should trust your God that no, this is not my child.
No.
When at times when you need to refuse that negative word over your child, because I heard something from, sorry to say, 𝐔𝐿 yesterday. I was listening to him. He now said the teacher labeled him as, you are never going to make it.
Or you'll never be on TV.
You will never be on TV. Oh my goodness. And look at the man today. Assuming he didn't reject it, and he said he held on to that paper for years, for 27 years or so. He held on to that paper throughout his lifetime, making sure he refused what the teacher had said concerning him.
Yeah.
So when you trust your guts as parents, even when the negative word comes from the teacher that sees them every day, when the negative word comes from their friends, you say, no, this is not the child debated. You should be able...
I remember, I think he said that the father encouraged him, whereas the mother was scolding him.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do remember that. So trust
and with
your
what
guts,
the father said immediately, he held on to it. Because he was thinking the dad will even tell him off. But immediately he said, as soon as the dad said it, parenting matters. As soon as the dad said it, he said, yes, this is what I'll be. And at the end of the day, look at the Steve Harvey we have today. Okay. And I think another point is, remember that our children are looking up to us and they learn so much from us. Because you don't expect your children, you're telling them to do something or not to do something. And you're doing it already. Yes.
They're always watching.
Yeah, they are watching whatever we do, because definitely our children will reciprocate what we do.
Every little thing. Have you ever been there, Tebi, and you hear your child say something out of the blue, and they are mimicking you, and you only know that it's you they are copying.
I know. Let me tell you something that happened. I'll just quickly brief it because of time. There was a day I went to drop my daughter's friend, just the next street to us. So my daughter was not telling me, because I had to come down to drop the girl. She was not telling me when we were going, because my car is the kind of car that when you don't use your seatbelt, start shouting. So my daughter was like, "Mommy, use your seatbelt." I said, "Don't worry, we are just at the house." She now said, "Okay, Mommy, that's fine." The next day, my daughter, as soon as I drop off the friend again, she intentionally removed her seatbelt, and I'm like, "Favor, come on, use your seatbelt now." She said, "No, Mommy, don't worry, we'll soon get home." And I felt so bad. I couldn't see anything because she saw me.
You started it.
I started it. So if I now start telling her off, then I am an hypocrite. So I've done that to her. I said, no. I now said, "Favor, I'm sorry. What I did yesterday was so wrong." That's why I say I don't let things slide.
It is important for parents to own up. Like when you've made a mistake. My daughter, when we were doing a YouTube video for her on how to, the things that I normally tell her, I was very surprised when she said, "Oh, Mommy, come and clean this mess up. Do I look like your maid?"
And you imagine, you don't expect them not to reciprocate what they see in our life.
The way we speak to people, outside people, even if you're in a restaurant, your child will see, how are you speaking to people? How do you even speak to your partner?
Exactly.
And some children will tend not to have respect. If you're not showing respect to the other person, your child
will any less.
They will. Not in any world, they won't be able to respect the person. So those little kids they are learning 24/7. So
if you want an healthy child, you just need yourself.
You need to polish your game. And I think for me as well is allowing them to make mistakes.
Exactly.
As parents, we are very quick to intervene.
Exactly.
You're about to break this. Stop doing this.
Let them make their mistake. We want to watch them on it. How will they learn if they don't make their mistakes?
But you remember when I was young, my mother said, "No, you continue touching the candle. Let it burn you."
Exactly. And next time you won't want to go to that
candle.
You
won't touch it again.
Exactly.
And for health, obviously for health and safety, we wouldn't advise you to go and start being extreme. But if a child is out there and is playing with their colleagues, just allow them to be themselves. Let them enjoy their childhood.
Exactly. I think another point is time and attention.
That's key.
Giving these children attention. That is why I love what I do right now, because I'm able to give my children attention. When they are going to school in the morning, I'm there. When they are back, I'm there. And my business itself run itself at the background, which is so amazing.
I think being in the diaspora as well doesn't help the situation because
you have the bill keep piling up.
It's within our minds that you've got to wake up, go to work, drop the kids off. And even this thing, even when you've dropped them off, I remember there was a time my daughter used to do breakfast club, school after school, and then do after school club. By the time we would get home, the poor girl,
you're exhausted. exhausted and you are transferring
I didn't even want anyone to talk to me at that point in time.
Imagine?
So,
and it's not fair.
And they say that as now in this day and age, because we have both parents working,
kids not even saying something, Rachel. What of those days that you don't hit the target and you are just all over the place? At times I bring my laptop
stressed,
home.
You're still working even when you get home,
My kids will be crying like, Mommy, are you working today again? Can you imagine? They need our time and attention.
And I remember my little girl would come to me and I would be like, Wilma, all I need is some peace and quiet. And the pain of seeing her walk away.
You just tell them, just go on your iPad, go on your phone.
Which is really...
Just a way of escape, looking for a way of escape.
And all they need is just 10, 15 minutes of your
time. What about those things they need to say? What about you now allow them to bottle up a lot of stuff? You don't allow them to talk. But when they notice, yes, my mom has time for me, they'll be able to even open up to you.
And the thing is that if you don't allow them to talk to you, then they will want to talk to someone else.
Exactly.
And the advice that person will give them,
you don't know.
You might not like it. You might not like it. So we have to step up. You have to step up. And be there. As much as painful, as much as it is hard. Look for that time. Look for that time. I normally say, I didn't ask to be brought into this one.
I know. And you know these kids, if you don't give them time now, just give them a little time more. Maybe when they are in college and all that. Then you need their time. They will be like, no, Mom.
They won't be there.
Because the friends will be there for them. Maybe their teacher is there for them. And they might not even need you anymore. Because you'll be like, now come, let's talk. No, you've not built it from the background. You've not built it from the foundation. Now you want to talk to them when they are... No. So it's better you build it from the scratch when they are still little.
I think also allowing kids to be bored, it's a very good thing. It's a very good thing. It's not that every day they have to get screen time, they have to be watching. Allowing them to be bored enables them to be creative. Very creative.
Because I don't believe in... When I went to America for my summer and I noticed some of the kids there, because their parents are working and busy, they are always on the screen. My kids now, I now make sure I move their screen time to the weekend. Because when you come back from school, you're exhausted, you want to do your assignment, you want to, prepare your food and go to bed early. So why would you now say in front, no, I don't do that in my own. I don't. I make sure they get their screen time over the weekend.
True. And I think for me, it has really allowed me to see how my kids can be creative. My daughter is one person because we'll just have one screen in the house. And if one person is watching, say the little brother is watching, she won't be interested. So she'll go out and do her own things. Explore, explore, try out new things, be creative. So allow these children to be bored.
So another one is taking care of yourself, paying attention to yourself. We parents, we just overwhelm ourselves.
We think that we are the superheroes of this world. Mostly mothers.
Exactly. I always tell parents, I say we are the only one that can take care of these kids. Nobody can do it for us. When you say, at times when maybe you are busy and you are giving your child to a nanny or a reminder, you are the only one that understands your children because, they came from you. So pay attention to yourself, take care of yourself so that you can take care of this little one. If you are not strong enough, you can't take care of them. Because there is a whole lot in their life. You do your school runs, you take care of them, you take care of their personal needs. And these children of this generation, they ask for too much.
Too much.
Oh my goodness, and they want everything.
Sometimes they can find you where drained. You can't fetch from an empty well. Get some time, go out. In fact, I normally say, when I used to go to Tayo's salon, I would say, you know what, this is the only time I have for myself. I come, you touch my hair, you massage it.
I'm now intentional about taking, I love it. Taking care of myself. I don't joke with it.
I come back and I'm really happy, really excited. Or even if it's Mother's Day, I will go out, do my face.
Do my hair, do my nails. I don't joke with it.
And just feel good about myself because by loving myself, I'm able to extend love to someone. How do you love someone when you don't love yourself?
You know, my kids now, they are so mindful of themselves because they will be like, my mom does her hair all the time. My mom, you know.
I like the way my daughter comes and slays in my wigs, even when they don't fit.
And you know, there was a day I shouldn't be saying this, but I was saying just for the laugh. I was so overwhelmed. I was all over the place and all that. I was doing school runs just early in the morning, and I dashed out. My daughter was saying, "Mommy, where is your wig?"
My daughter has never said it. Oh, I said, Wilma, I'm going out. She was like, "No, you're not going anywhere." I'm like, "Why are you saying that?" Because you don't have your wig on. So I mean, mothers, it's really, really important to make time. I mean, go out if you can afford it. Take a vacation. If you can't, just have a day out. Go have maybe breakfast that you haven't prepared. And
just enjoy yourself.
As in make time to enjoy yourself. And I think also the other thing that I'm working on towards becoming a better parent is teaching listening to my children and also teaching them gratitude for them to be grateful.
It really matters a lot. The gratitude.
It matters a lot.
You know, from the little things I teach them is, "Mommy, can you get me water?" "Mommy, can you get me water, please?" Mommy, I make sure, in fact, when I get them stuff, I make sure me getting you the stuff, you should be able to thank me. You know,
it's not
them gratitude matters.
Those are manners that they take outside in society, and those things go a long way.
You know, when I was growing up in Africa, I thought it was just in Africa. When I got to this country, I noticed they don't joke with it. They don't joke with it. Yes, you say yes. No thanks. Yes, thank you. And all that. They don't joke with it. So I make sure I imbibe that even into my kids' life to make sure they are grateful for the life they have. At times, you need to show them a short video that there is another way to
there is also another world out there.
Struggling to it. You know, that is gratitude. Showing them that whatever they have now, they should be grateful for it.
Listen to them. Important. Like when they come from school, take time, listen to them, be involved. I was very I really liked what our sister was talking about in terms of, you know, when kids come,
they want to talk,
and she will be active in their conversation. Know their friends, want to know their friends, be interested in terms of knowing what happened. Like,
they'll be free to tell you
they'll
whatever
be free.
Like to them,
I think one lady one day said, I think it's Maury, she has Miss Maury, she has a YouTube channel, and she was saying that whenever the boys return back from school, she always wants to know like what happened at school, like all the gossip that happened, and then by doing that, like, kids open up, they feel like you're their mate, and they can talk to you.
I even do something whenever I go for my school runs. You see me, I'll make sure my radio is off, because they are siblings, and I pick some of my neighbors' children too. They start discussing. At times, that thing they don't want to tell you, it would have slipped out of their mouth.
Actively listening.
Now listen. Like I said, I don't let anything slide. Immediately, I need to correct them. There, I will correct them and let them know this is good. This is not good. You filter their words and let them know which is right
and you're doing it there and then.
There and then.
It doesn't help to keep things inside, and then you're reminding your child later on, 3 days, a week after, you said something like this.
No.
So it's really been interesting. But those are some of the things we can't say that we are, you know, we are not the perfect parents, we are not pros, but these are some of the things that we've learned, you know, from experts, and we've chosen what we feel,
and taking a day at a time as parents
as well.
Learning from ourselves too.
We've chosen what can work for us. We filtered it out, and we hope that by sharing it, you can also pick
for you as well.
What will work for you, and also feel free to share with us what is making you what is making you a better parent. Again, it's really been an honor to
share this.
It's really been an honor. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Conversations on the Couch. Until next time. Bye.